Hey folks, welcome back after 48 hours away. 48 hours that went by extremely fast, I might add. Could see lots and lots more people with poppies than we saw when I was last here, which was Wednesday. Now, an interesting thing, folks. Actually, it wasn't Wednesday thinking back, it was Tuesday. Wednesday, I forgot. Long queue today. It's going to be a busy one, a very busy one. Different world in which we find ourselves, guys, since the previous video. I've got a couple of great quotes here that I did pull out as being particularly appropriate, amusing, but very accurate. The first is Rolf Harris. Yep, the late Rolf Harris, would you believe, would have done better against Trump than Kamala Harris. I've got to be honest, folks, it's probably true. Rolf was not a popular guy when he died, but neither is Kamala. Second, Trump beat not only one, but two female candidates to the presidency. One absolute Chad. It's a fair point. The third one, Trump is now officially the only president to have won 3 elections. Make of that as you will. But one very interesting thing, for me personally, the single most interesting factual piece of information from the extraordinary result was that Trump won Starr County in Texas. Okay, why is it famous? Starr County apparently is the most Hispanic county in the USA. Okay, it's 97% Latino. Won Starr County by 16 points. The last time, to give it a bit of context, the last time Starr County voted Republican, ladies and gents, was in 1892. Yeah. In other words, whichever way you look at it, and it doesn't matter whether you're a Dem or a Republican, it's extraordinary. I mean, truly extraordinary. So all I can say is that well done, Americans, for making a decision. Guys, if only we were as decisive here about who we wanted to lead us. And let's be honest, guys, it's much better that you have a very clear sweep, so that things can get moving. There's clarity and certainty, certainly in the stock markets and elsewhere, than these situations whereby months and years are spent squabbling about nothing with no legislation getting through the House. Anyway, folks, that will be, at least for the moment, the last time we go into that. But it was an extraordinary thing to see, I must say. Thoroughly extraordinary. Almost as extraordinary as the number of people that seem to be out and about today. I don't know why it's happened again like this. We're just about to hit 11:30. There are impossibly bad delays on the tube. My usual 10-minute journey, guys, took 40 minutes today, would you believe? There are real tangible problems with public transportation in London these days. Unreliable, far too many people, soon to be overpriced. Most importantly of all, everything just is getting a little bit dirtier. I'm not sure if it's because there are just so many people, there's less time to turn it around, but good lord. I think actually if you guys went back and watched videos from 2 years ago on this channel, even you would agree that there just seem to be more people out and about, you know? And I'm not talking about horseguards specifically, just generally in London. It's almost as if there was, an exponential population explosion in just 2 years. I mean, there wasn't, but one could be forgiven for thinking that there was. That's for sure. Anyway, so we just missed Monsieur Ben bonging for us. Horseguards, folks. I had to think for a second there. Blues and Royals are back today. So they will be here as the Kingslifeguard for the Remembrance Day weekend. Now, I was actually expecting a little bit more sort of, hustle and bustle, as it were, along Whitehall with prep for this weekend's event, but so far it's pretty muted. Popped up this gantry, which I'm guessing is more than likely going to be for the BBC or shared Plus we've got lots and lots of manhole covers being taken up. Same on the other side of the road, another crew there, obviously looking down to make sure nothing's been attached somewhere at a subterranean level, especially when you consider how unstable things are in the Middle East and elsewhere at the moment. Now, I don't know what I'm expecting this morning, however, I'm certainly expecting it to be a lot of people. The last time we were here, and I cannot remember honestly guys, but I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, it was actually. Tuesday was the last time we were here. Excuse me. It was very, very, very quiet comparatively, going back to Tuesday. And that, to be honest, was quite refreshing because it's becoming increasingly rare these days that we get a very, very muted, quieter day. Last year, it would be the case that we would occasionally have these ridiculously busy days. This massive truck that's stopped here is a delivery truck. So they're delivering tomatoes, among other things. But the police, for some reason, are not entirely happy with his paperwork. So there's the driver at the front gates getting his paperwork checked, but I'm not sure if they're going to open it up. Certainly doesn't look like it. Oh dear, Mr. Driver, guess your tomatoes are going back to the farm. Never mind. Yeah, the police don't like his paperwork for some reason, so they say get lost. All 5 of them there. Oopsie. You think they would actually sort of have that ready? Some sort of, pre-approval for entry. Because at the moment there's a lot of traffic backed up behind that truck. So Blues and Royals back, guys. Would that mean Ormond? I mean, would it or would it not be appropriate that they had the world's most famous horse here to deal with people potentially being naughty on a very, very important weekend? Personally, I think it would. But hey, what do I know? Anyway, we'll be there in a moment, horseguards that is, and we can see just how busy it is or isn't. If what we've seen so far is an indication of what we can expect, then good lord, it's going to be packed. And I'm not sure, if I'm completely honest, folks, and transparent with all of you, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Wait, how the hell did that truck just get in front of us? It's the same truck. I didn't even see it go past. That was quick. I think he's now stopped here to get his papers checked. Okay, so they've already swapped over the boxman. I can see them even from this distance. Not entirely sure when the closures are going to start along Whitehall, but I will brush up on this weekend's event at some point tonight. I know there are going to be serious closures in quite substantial sections of central London. Whitehall, of course, here being one of those areas which is certainly going to be closed. Okay, let's sort of insert ourselves in slowly, folks, and see what's going on. Okay, this is a good thing to see. Look, we've just arrived. So many people. Today someone's going to walk into the camera, I'm sure of it. Just arrived, and someone is actually, wonderful thing to see, buying a poppy from the resplendent, and I do mean he is thoroughly resplendent, Chelsea pensioner there. That's a lovely thing to see, isn't it? Thoroughly. That, ladies and gents, I think, is the inspirational image we wanted for today's video. It's just a starting point, but it's a very good starting point. Second one, nope, it's not the turnip, i.e. this guy's head on the left. 1 second, hopefully he'll move. It's the trooper, in fact. But I wonder if she looks a little bit like the trooper at the other end. I guess we'll find out in a second when I go and see who's in the other box. You can see the horse's head at the other end. It's horsey closest to us is massively side-eyeing me. Look, he's like, it's that guy, that annoying guy with the camera that always talks to me. 1 second, let's get ourselves out and around. Golly. Okay. I don't know why I kind of suspected it, and they won't be here for much longer, but yes, they've put the sisters, folks, in the 2 boxes, would you believe? Sister 1 and Sister 2. 2 boxes, 2 horses, 2 troopers, 2 King's Guards. Oh, I think we've got a new bro here today. Interesting. Oh, there's the usual spammer. Let's have a quick peek in the yard, folks, and then we'll focus on the front here until the changeover. Bear in mind we've got 20 to 30 minutes, give or take. Roughly. Police officers. Not sure if they're happy or not happy to be here. Oh, there's the other spammer. On this side we have a missing archway. But he's back. Interesting enough, the trooper that we've got today is our gatesman. Last time we saw him here, he was actually, would you believe, one of the boxmen. So that's an interesting starting point. Now, in front of me on the other side, the chitsman. I'm wondering actually if that was the other guard that we saw. Pretty sure it was actually. Now, interesting thing I've noticed today, in fact, doesn't matter which way we go. I'm going to walk around a little bit more, folks, because I'm reasonably certain from what I've seen so far, chain's already down on this side, it's interesting. From what I've seen so far, that none, another gantry they're putting up there ready for camera crew for the weekend's events. None of the spammers, just having a look around before I make that statement. Actually, that isn't strictly true, but that said, one guy that I know really well has been a long time is super respectful. If we look around at the most popular of the spammers, 1 second, folks, can't see completely clearly. Yeah, look. Actually, yeah, it's true, both. Would you believe, guys, we've got people that film here so often that could be given ID cards. I actually think they might. Anyway, point being, most popular spammer to my right. A little bit of a side eye, but hey, I'm right here if you need to talk to me. No poppy. No symbol of respect on a day like today. Extraordinary, isn't it, really? You would think that they'd at least make the effort as a gesture, if nothing more, of respect. Especially filming in a military establishment. Oh, just sneezed the camera. Filming in a military establishment this time of the year. Now, Horsey has decided he prefers the diagonal approach. I can't say I blame him. Look, he's like, that way's the stables. Straight ahead, that's Parliament Square and Big Ben. But I don't like the sound of the clock. So I think he's sort of deciding where would he like to spend his morning. Here at the front or in the stable area. Oh, a salute from the trooper. Great thing to see. Now, talking about great things to see, folks. And no, I'm not talking about Kamala Harris's face when she finally got the election results. Horsey. I'm going to see if I can pick up a hoof number for all of you. I'm not super optimistic, but I'll have a go. Which one could it be? Let's have a quick look. So I've got the number cleanly, and I can tell you that it is, drum roll, oh, we've got another on the fence. Now, looking at the number, yeah, it is, folks. It's the beautiful Mare Romalia. I wasn't entirely certain, just confirmed it. Lady Trooper, Lady Horse. That rare combination. You get it sometimes here, but not terribly often. And it's busy, guys. Look, if I switch this around, look. Thing is, though, the traffic, for whatever reason, is backed up along Whitehall. That's when the horses tend to get a little bit skittish, when they've got this sort of solid wall of colour effectively blocking their view. Oh, are we going to get another bout? So Ramal at this end. Other end, you might need to drop it in the comments, folks. We'll have a look at the other horse in a few minutes. The only reason I say about dropping it in the comments is that the other horse at the other end is pretty much surrounded. There are a lot of people. I'm tempted actually to sort of get that cross the gate view, because there's a lot of people coming out of the gates at the other end. If we flip ourselves around, look. Curiously. But Romalia is considering going for a walk, look. She just marched out of the box all by herself. People didn't even initiate it. Okay, I'm way back now, like way back against the bollard. Okay, the traffic's starting to move now, so looks like the horse is much more chill. Because horse's vision, folks, normally here, yeah, pretty open, nothing to worry about. But the trouble is, when it gets completely blocked, it's like that, permanently. Just as I turn the camera, it happens again. The horse is like, hold on a second, John, that's my view. But Molly's a little bit shy, I've noticed, with the camera sometimes, which is kind of cute. I think, though, to be honest, that she might well have to be picture of the day. If we can get her to look at the camera. Easier said than done, though. Let's give it a quick try, folks. If not, we'll have to go back to the other end. Yeah, she's very skittish. The traffic's building up again. See this girl in the back, look. In the red coat. What are these tourists doing? Look. Like what? There's no one at the front taking his pictures. Or maybe there is. He seems quite proud of himself either way. Hey, why not? I mean, it was fun, it made me laugh. 1 second. Right, Romalia. We would like, my dear, you to look at the camera and give us a smile. Come on, we know you're a happy horse. 9 to 5, apparently, the tour guide just announced. Which is fine, except that he's wrong. Romalia. Romalia. Nope. She's way too distracted. Okay, we've got a reasonable picture. Meanwhile, here comes our lovely gatesman. See if these tourists are going to move. They're in front of the bollards, and strictly speaking, they're standing where the gatesman. Oh, that didn't take long. Thing is, you never know, 100% folks, whether Mr. LA Lakers would move or not for the trooper. That's the thing. The horse was going to slob all over his great coat for a moment. And he's off back into the yard. Okay. I'm very tempted to stay on Romalia because she's definitely going to get more skittish. The traffic's all blocked up yet again. Blocked up, backed up along Whitehall. Okay, so Here's the other beauty, folks. Look at how fluffy the forelock is on this one. Like, exceptionally fluffy. Look at how chill this horse is, guys. It's very hard to decide which one deserves to be picture of the day. I'm thinking we could have a sort of double picture of the day. Double take with two beautiful horses. Actually, very similar looking troopers. Ta-da! It's a shame I haven't got a 360-degree camera, because you'd see that wherever I move, everyone else moves away from, which I'm absolutely loving, guys. I'm not going to lie. It makes it so much easier for me to focus on what is the main purpose of being here. In other words, the horses and the narration of what we're seeing and enjoying. Oh, there's our first one. Get out of the box. Didn't take long, did it? They just thank the trooper for being told off, which is a nice sign of respect, one would say. For some reason, the tour guide who's led his group forward in the archway has now started telling them to get back. I'm not sure if they got a little bit too enthusiastic and all sort of surged forward. The guide is the guy with the Union flag and the beret. You can probably just about spot him. Got a massive group. So if the tour groups are back out against there, that might well explain why it is particularly buoyant and busy. Yes, say horses. More appropriate than cheese, I guess. Now into the final quadrant of the hour, folks. Good to see how many people are stopping, chatting, and buying poppies from the Chelsea pensioner. Great thing to see. Huge respect to him. It's a chilly morning, guys. And to give you an idea, look, first day with fingerless mitts. Yeah, it's about 10-11 degrees. Sorry guys, I wasn't expecting to have a hard-boiled egg in the video this morning, but there we are. And the shiny coat brigade are back out already. It'll take long, did it? Shiny puffer crew. I'm just waiting to spot somebody who's wearing shorts and a t-shirt. There's got to be at least one, there always is. Is that the ponytailed Remainer that we called up on Parliament Square the other day that I said looked like Nigel Farage, older version? I'm not sure actually what the fists up mean. What does that mean? Boy power. Just to expect it might be a normal morning, they already start surging out of the gate. A little premature, folks. This normally doesn't happen until around noonish, 10 past noon. These are not actually just stopping as they're going to get through today. They're in fact moving along.
Right, remember I was talking about the white hole? This is the only part that we still have, which is this one out here.
Chelsea pensioner is doing a sterling job.
Yeah, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Please follow me.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen, please follow me. No idea who that is, so I'm not following him. I think he's the Pied Piper. And we are seeing, gent over there for example, a lot more Poppy-wearing tourists, folks, today. Which I see as being a huge positive. However, as mentioned, some massive spammer isn't even bothering to wear a poppy. And I think this guy with the poppy's noticed. He's like, hold on a second, spammer. Where is your poppy? puppies galore, actually, to be honest, folks. See almost everybody that's here. I had a feeling there'd be a bit of a surge at the end, but this is great to see. It's even more prevalent than I thought it would be, actually.
What is disturbing you? Are you the YouTube man? Do you
Depends,
put
I mean,
videos on the YouTube?
There are a few people here that film for YouTube. I'm one of them.
Yeah, you're the reason why I'm here, because I watch you all the time.
Wait, so you watch
And
the
I love
ones
them.
with the guy that sort of natters on throughout his videos,
Not all the
or the
way,
silent
no.
ones?
Some of the silent ones, and then you make a comment or something.
I'm trying to think,
There's a few
actually.
of you.
A busker normally shoots the sort of long-form silent content. I tend to chat throughout mine to give an idea of what's going on and
Yeah.
stuff. Plus, it's always nice to comment on, tourists' sartorial choices and so on. I drop the names of the horses and
Oh,
stuff.
you're the one that I like Ormonde.
Yeah, exactly. Who I don't think is here.
Naughties.
I don't think Ormonde's here this morning, though. One thing I did notice, though, in fact, a lot of people wearing poppies. Either wearing a traditional poppy or some sort of poppy clothing. Great thing to see.
Yeah. So they should.
Exactly, especially at this time of the year.
Absolutely.
Especially people filming here,
Yeah.
I would suggest. Yeah, not everybody's following the lead. But you've chosen well, because in 7 minutes, or 6 and 7 minutes, they're swapping over the horses.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
So, yeah, they'll have the 2 new horses come out in the stable area just over here where the black gates are, wait in the yard, come out and swap over with the 2 that are already in the boxes. But another interesting thing, for example, you see you've got a lady trooper on this horse, her twin sisters on the other horse at the other end. Yeah,
Yeah.
the only twins in the household cavalry. It's an unusual thing to see here, very unusual, wonderful thing to see, to be honest. Oh, I'm getting the heads up now. The gent that was giving the other chap a dirty look for not having a poppy is actually that lady's husband. So huge double respect to him, in fact. Look at this, much better to see, isn't it? Look. I can't remember his name actually, the pianist who runs a popular channel. What's his name? Who's the pianist that's always at St Pancras? Brendan Kavanagh. Oh, I thought for a second that was Brendan Kavanagh, this silver fox. Looks exactly like him. With the ear piercing. If any of you don't watch that, by the way, Brendan Kavanagh's channel is a wonderful one. He is an extraordinary pianist. And he often plays at St Pancras Station, a public piano. And in some respects, his channel is a sort of St Pancras piano version of my horseguards channel. What I mean by that, well, he interacts with people that he comes across or that stumble across him regularly on his channel, either when he's playing the piano or other musicians will join him on their respective instruments, or sometimes, in fact, they'll play the piano together at St Pancras. It's a great channel, folks. It's one of my personal favourite channels. Good to see the tourists walking up today and not being scared to get a picture and keeping a respectful distance. We've been here for almost 30 minutes, well, not entirely because we started off at the phone box. We've been here for 20 minutes and only one person's been told to move, which would translate to 3 per hour, which, if that maintains, it's not bad at all.
Yes. Yeah. Oh.
That's it. Get ready for the picture. She's in the box. Get ready for it. Trooper's looking at her. What's he scared of back? Now she just moved back. Or just looked at her and made a jump. She didn't even actually end up getting her picture taken. Instead we got this Brazilian bro instead. Who's next? Okay, what a mustachioed trooper, folks, in the yard, who I don't recall seeing before. That said, I'm pretty far back. Blues and Royals trooper, not having to do much crowd control because there isn't much of a crowd to control. Bobble hat. I think we'll stay at this end for the changeover. Tall guys have completely filled up the line actually, but notice that they've moved everyone completely far back so that the police and the trooper effectively have nothing to do, at least in terms of crowd control in the yard. Pretty decent at the front as well actually this morning, look. The only thing missing, in my opinion, is some snow, folks. The thing is, even if it did fall here, it would get trodden out really quickly. Okay, we've got some family visiting today. I'm not going to zoom in because it's a private moment, but I'm not sure if you could just make out family being led from the stable area to the corner by some of the troopers. They've got the prime spot and they deserve it. For some reason, the police have decided one officer has gone into the corner here. I'm not sure what happened. 1 minute. I'm not sure if it's just routine. Nobody was shouted at, and folks are not looking back. Maybe he just went into the gate area for a break. Very close to lockdown moment, folks. Get ready for it. Less than a minute. Decision time. Front or yard? There it is. Bing bong. A poppy seller magically made his way into the... I didn't even see him move. Actually, wait, hold on. They look exactly the same. This dude has been told twice, but he's not listening because he doesn't understand English. Finally, a penny dropped. Sorry, folks. The two Chelsea pensioners look exactly the same. I was thinking, how did he get around into the yard without walking in front of the camera? He didn't. It's one of his colleagues. Looking at the two horses. Got beside them for a second. I thought maybe it was Ormond, but it's not. Not only that, if it had been Ormond, he's coming into this box. It's another blazed beauty, though, however. Might just be able to hear folks in the distance being wrong. Hello? really good to see how many people are stopping today. Okay, so who have we got at this end? A popular and experienced trooper, folks, returning to the box. A haunted box at this end. And they're off. No dismounting winter order. There's the cloaks. Now, I'm not entirely sure it's finished. I would instinctively think it would be. However, for reasons unknown, they haven't placed the chain in front of the chidsman. It wasn't up earlier. Nope, see, they're not going to change over. So I think maybe the trooper just emerged now. Yeah, so he's going to hang the chain now. Quite a lot of troopers in the yard today. I guess family day of sorts. Okay, let's get ourselves reasonably central and focus on this end. Now, wonderfully enough, the gatesman decided to come out and give a firm shout at the exact moment. Notice, guys, look, notice the spammer's wearing sunglasses now. Try and be incognito, that's actually hilarious. Yeah, the spammers are scared of getting ID'd, folks. The thing they don't know is that I already know most of the full names and other personal information. Like I said, I'm still deciding what to do with that in a future video. The first thing I'll be doing though is sending a lot of that over to London District. Good to see actually the trooper marching along like he owns the place. Why? Because he does, fundamentally. He's a King's Guardsman, and people are supposed to get out of the way. The thing is, most of them are not bothering, which must be incredibly annoying and frustrating, to be quite honest with you. Okay, so, back to this end. It is real busy here. In a second, we'll have a wander to the other end. A few more spammers here now. And see how many people have or haven't got poppies. Now we saw, in fact, when he was here last time, this trooper was really on it. Will that be the case today? I have no idea.
Oh. I know you. How are you doing?
You scared me then.
Just a second. We're gonna take
Good,
a picture
you?
of them. How are you, my friend?
I'm good.
So nice
Yourself?
to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah,
All good.
yeah.
I didn't see you for ages. It's been weeks actually since you were last there.
I'm doing less tours and more music these days, but
Okay.
yeah. I'm still doing tours.
Definitely calmed down a lot here. I've noticed in fact far fewer tour guides generally, which is a shame to be honest from my point
More
of view.
people?
More people, but less tour guides, curiously.
Less tour guys, I don't really know why.
I think probably, especially with a lot of the tour guides are from Spain, just getting cold, decided, you know what, I'm going to go home and enjoy the warm weather,
Maybe, yeah.
come back in
I
the
think
spring.
there's much more Spanish tourists this year than last year in
Oh
London.
yeah, for
I
sure.
think Spanish and French is the people this year.
Yep, 100%, you're right.
I'm not really sure why.
Right folks, we will head to the other end, 1 second. Good to see you though, glad everything's okay.
See you around. Ciao, ciao.
Okay.
Enjoy the rest of your
Yeah, you too. Lovely.
Okay, let's make our way to the other end. It's good to see that there are some tour guides that are out and about year round. He's a lovely guide, that's the Israeli tour guide. One of the most knowledgeable. I think we've got at this end, folks, if not a new trooper, certainly one that hasn't been here for a while. I don't recognise him. I'm not going to zoom in because we don't need to. But definitely looking like a new fellow here on this horse, curiously. Now, one thing I was going to point out which was awkward because there are some other people filming that absolutely don't deserve to be on the camera because they're polite and respectful, is the fact that, as I did mention very, very briefly earlier on, well, easy if I get in front, whilst being respectfully back from the box. In fact, I can be super respectfully back from the box. The spammer who's coming in a future video, folks, who see it every day, all day, no poppy. You have to wonder why it would be, in fact, that somebody that's here so often wouldn't spend a few pounds, £5, £10, something similar, just to get a poppy as a sign of respect. Doesn't matter where you're from, what you believe, etc. I personally think it's very, very disrespectful. And it's interesting because when I was looking along everyone else that's filming here, including a lot of people that I've never seen before, they're new, almost everybody is wearing either a poppy or something decorated with poppies. So that shows you, I think, fundamentally what it's all about. It's about money, and it's not about respect or giving due credit to the troopers for their hard work year round. Pity that, isn't it? Whoops. Real pity. But there we go, folks. At least now he's all over our video, which I think is a huge positive. Now, we've got some flags and protesters coming along. Does that mean the horses are going to freak out? Does that mean they're going to run away? Does that mean something's going to happen? Maybe. Let's have a look. Oh, hold on. We've got the... Oh, good. That bro's getting destroyed. Oh my God. Oh, what's this? Oh. Folks, it's a Handmaid's Tale reenactment here at Horseguards. Where is Offred? Offred, where are you? Folks, where is Offred? Oh, this is interesting. Very curious. 1 second. I saw a couple of your videos. You're doing good work.
Cheers.
Yeah, you're doing very good work. 1 second. You won't know it, I don't think, but pleasure. You too. He's a good guy, in fact, folks. News gatherer, young, independent news gatherer. And that was curious. I mean, the horses didn't freak out. Offred was not there, alas, everybody. I have no idea where she was. I personally was hoping to get June's autograph, but it didn't happen in the end. Just when you think it's over and done with, something else happens. It was supposed to be a quiet morning. That completely took me by surprise, in fact, because there were no listed road closures. Oh, Bro just dropped his phone on the floor. No listed road closures whatsoever. The funny thing was, he's gone now, actually. The photographer, the black guy, the photographer who got squashed against the bollard, I've seen him around a lot. He's an independent polled photographer that often covers the palace, but tends to cover protest marches and political topics. Obviously, he got caught out a little bit there. That was very awkward because even the trooper didn't realise that the guy was behind him. So first the organiser of the protest got herself in trouble, and then the trooper squashed the photographer. The trooper just told her to get outside the box. She's looking not able to understand a word of what he's just said. Bless, yeah, she doesn't have a clue what the trooper just said to her. And I think, to be honest, that's the main problem here. More good news, guys, look. Poppy sellers doing well today, as we would hope they would do. That up pretty quickly, actually. I don't think they'd even started with the construction of the gantries when I was last here on Tuesday. It appeared pretty quickly. Oh, morning.
Afternoon, more like.
Do you know the I've definitely spoken to him before. That guy that's always here with a press ball, quite a short guy, always with several cameras. He does politics. He does the palace. No? I've seen him so many times. Got himself squashed.
Good.
Trooper came out, moved back like this, actually squashed his hit the bar. Could sit in his face, but he didn't want to say anything. Bless. Poor guy. All good.
Yeah, I just been up Wellington Arch.
Good, I saw you actually. I was going to ask you something. Do you know if when the march parade to the Cenotaph, does it come through horseguards and go this way, or does it go via Kingcharles Street to the Cenotaph? Any idea?
That's a good question, I'm not sure.
Somebody mentioned to me that they're expecting to come out or to march out of horseguards, but I don't remember it being like that last year.
On rehearsal yesterday, they were doing it at Welly Bay,
Yeah.
but the announcer, one of the lieutenants, was saying via King Charles Street
Ah, okay.
when they go back.
When but I'm wondering if they come through this way, walk down to the Cenotaph, and then exit via King Charles Street, because obviously that's the closest to Welly Barracks, isn't it? It's a difficult one, actually. I spoke to a few people, no one's sure. I've been told here and I've been told there, so it's like, hold on, if no one actually knows what's happening until the day, where to go?
It can change. That one now.
Oh wow. Where did you get? Where were you to get that?
Wellington Arch.
Actually on the top.
Yeah.
I never thought about doing that before. That's a brilliant idea. What does it normally open that early in the morning? I didn't
10
think it did.
o'clock.
That gives a really good perspective, in fact, over the troopers going through the arch, doesn't it?
Yeah, but they're coming back.
That's something I'm definitely going to do. And I cannot believe I never gave that some thought, Mark. That is a brilliant idea.
You pay £6.50 online, or if you're an English Heritage member, you get it for free.
Oh, I am an English Heritage member,
Yeah,
luckily.
You get it free. Just show your card, you get it for free.
Brilliant. Okay, that's a done deal. Folks, coming soon. Somewhat of a bird's eye view over HCAV arriving on the journey to horseguards. Disappointing myself for not having thought of that before. Yeah, appreciate that. As in fact, I cannot believe I didn't think of it. That's such a silly oversight. But then again, I can't think of anyone else that's actually thought of it either. So yeah, it's a good idea.
I'd do it for the police.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very good idea. Plus, I think it's probably because I thought it would only open around lunchtime. 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Every day of the week, or just weekdays?
Not every day, though. Not every day. There's 2 days when it's closed.
Okay. I will look. Right, here comes the gatesman. Glad everything's good with you, though.
Yeah, a bit of stuff, right?
Yeah, I could tell, in fact. Okay, folks, here is the gatesman. Are the toys going to move? Maybe, maybe not. The key thing is that a lot of them don't seem to care less, which is concerning. The number of people wearing dark sunglasses now. It's funny. When I first started filming it, I was the only person wearing dark sunglasses, but everyone does now. Maybe word has gotten around in the spammer group that a spammer video is coming up soon, ladies and gents. Horses like, don't touch me. I don't think I've ever actually seen the gatesman leaving his post as many times as we've seen him leave his post this morning. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but he's left his post at least 3 possibly 4 times in 30 minutes, which is interesting. He's heading into the tunnel now, and given how many people are coming over from Buckingham Palace, there's a very good chance that he'll spend some time in the tunnel and that people will pose with him. Let's find out. I mean, he could just slip around and come straight back into the yard. Only one way to know. What do we think? Yep, he went right out onto the parade ground, in fact, right out into the light, but he's coming back. That shadow, guys, almost looks completely black, no? As he walks from the light back into the tunnel, followed by a throng of fascinated tourists. Gosh. Love when they come from light at the back into the darkness. He looked completely black on the camera. Is it a Nikon?
Yeah.
Ah. How's about that, guys? That really was, in fact, I think probably my favourite view that we've seen so far in today's video. That and Offred, I guess. And the postman. Okay. Gosh, the time's going by really, really, really fast today, isn't it? Incredibly fast, actually. Oh, tourists ask if they can get pictures with armed police, and they're explaining to them, police are explaining to them that they're not allowed to pose for pictures with tourists with fully loaded weapons. Don't know why, but hey, rules are rules. Right, we're back at the front with the new and very much on it trooper. 20 past 12. Chin strap is very loose though, I've noticed on his helmet, very loose, compared to some of them which are incredibly tight. Actually thinking about it, I remember talking to this trooper when he was here, actually before he even mounted up. We're going back. Where the hell is this guy going? Just marching into the box with his kid. Luckily, his wife is saying about the sign and pointing out that, hold on a second, you can't do that. It's like an entitled diplomat or something similar. Yeah, I remember in fact seeing this trooper. He's definitely new to HCAV. I'm 99% certain. I had a conversation with him 2.5 months ago in the archway near the Chitzman. Good to see actually that he's got through training and he's here. I hope I've got the right guy, but he looks really familiar. Good bit of hustle and bustle actually outside today. They're still walking in and getting close, but they're not getting super close. In other words, they're not taking the you-know-what. Feet are over the line though. Well, how's about that? That's only the second time ever that we've caught a tourist straightening up the sign here at Horseguards. I'm not sure what the trooper thought about that. I'm not even sure that he actually saw it, to be fair. Okay, now it's the turn of the police to tell everybody to get out of the way. Amazing, isn't it, how even with the police screaming and shouting, people still decide to just ignore them and not bother minding their backs. Very curious behaviour. Oh. Jogger thought he was going to run straight through. Bad news, there's a horse. It's not going to happen. Okay, let's have a look at the other end. Horsey's left a little present though for everybody, for the tourists. There it is. Now, I could leave the camera focused there, because it's only a matter of time until somebody steps in it and carries it back to wherever. How long do we think it's going to take? And given the level of foot traffic along Whitehall, it's not going to take long. I estimate that'll be moved somewhere else within the next 10 minutes, tops. I've no idea who this bro is that's started filming here. Okay, they look happy. And now we've got some space to squeeze our way in. Now, Horsey, with this blaze, one second, we've got to ID him, guys, while we're here, haven't we? I mean, it is, when I get the chance, my juicy, is it not? Plus, it's a big part of why you, ladies and gents, even tune into this channel. One second. His hoof is an absolute mess.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's basically unreadable. I've got the 0, but I mean, forget about it. Does that look like a bunch of hay and straw stuck all over, or do they just...
muck, it's a mess.
Yep, guys, I'm going to have to leave it to you in the comments to ID the horse. Unless you want to tell us which one it is. I got... The annoying thing is he looks very familiar.
It's not the nice one.
This horse has such a similar blaze to Ormond, in fact, but it's not Ormond. Is that what you mean? Gone all bashful and shy now. Yep, he doesn't want to tell us, guys. And I can't, unfortunately, tell you because half the hoof is an absolute mess. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, you sound like you need a bit of medicine and a bed.
Monday, I'm Tuesday. Yeah.
Okay, see you then, yeah? Okay, bye for now. The way that some people, including this bro in the puffer, just march over. I was expecting some of the tourists to say, "Excuse me, that's my horse. Can you please dismount and hand him back?" Folks, if I'm off for the next week with a cold, we can blame the police photographer, who, as you heard, is a little bit sniffy. Hopefully it won't happen, I'm quite resilient, but you never know. They're really pushing the luck with the line, look. Another one. La Línea, yeah. In fact, to be honest, now the cold weather's hit in the last 24 hours, everyone's going to get sick anyway. It's just a matter of how long it takes for it to get to me. It's definitely coming. Whilst I don't care per se, it's annoying when it affects my voice and ability to narrate. Good that they're really focusing on La Línea. And this trooper, folks, I'm sure you'd all agree, is properly on it in a really good way. It's actually surprising if you think about it that only twice ever have we seen a tourist in over a year of filming go up to the sign and straighten it. So I have to try and dig out the last time that happened because it was a while back, but I can't remember whether it would have been the dinosaur sign or the one that preceded that. Bearing in mind we're on the I think this is the 3rd or 4th iteration of the sign. It's the 4th. First of all, we had reins substituted for horse. That was the first change. Then we had the dinosaur. That was the second change. Oh, see, Trooper's really on it in terms of the box. That guy's off his nut anyway. The guy just walked by. He got no idea which planet he's on, let alone which solar system that planet's in. So anyway, yeah, reins to horse was the first change. Then we have the dinosaur sign. Actually, wait, this is the third iteration, I think. Didn't realise there were already people there. And this bro on the left is the one that was talking about La Linea to all of his friends and family. Wow, that's quite the colouring. Her hair, impressive. I think she went for a bit of a Blues and Royals theme, but chose the wrong shade. It's a very, very large group. Very large group. Chinese tourists have just turned up. Chinese on the right, Spanish on the left. Oh, John Cusack is here, guys. I wonder what he's been doing actually since he quit Hollywood. That's the Spanish version of John Cusack, not the American John Cusack. Striking resemblance, though, actually, to young John Cusack, that Spanish guy. Extraordinary, in fact. Be twin brothers. So I think our get out of the box or step back count has gone up quite a lot since this trooper arrived. Everyone was being so good before, but all of a sudden, what have we had now? 4, 5 total since we arrived today? Who's up next? He's just calling a solicitor for legal guidance in terms of approaching the King's Horse. He's like, yep. Solicitor said you're allowed to get close, don't step over the line. Yes, folks, that was a jogger. Just debating actually whether we should finish up at this end or the other end. Again, I'm shocked at how fast an hour has vanished. Oh, there's another one just marching straight through the box. Someone else who's absolutely off his head. Some very peculiar characters we see out and about along Whitehall these days. It was not like this even a year ago. See all the people with dog glasses. Oh, goodness me. Okay, so back in he goes. Yeah, this guy in the high vis is absolutely off his head. God knows what he's drinking, but police are probably thinking, wow, don't make me ill. Oh, another spam arrived, guys, look, as usual. And what a surprise, no Poppy, just like the other one. Disappointing, actually, but not really a surprise. I like the way the trooper marches all the way to the parade ground, turns and comes back. Exercising those legs, folks. Strictly speaking, that should have been our closing shot, but I'm going to make it the other horse who we didn't see really enough of, to be quite honest with you. Problem, in fact, and notice this a lot in recent weeks, is that we're just having a look to see where he's gone. Is that when you get these people that are either completely off their head, like this guy in the orange, either on drugs, alcohol, take your pick. There's no reasoning with them. They don't listen. So even when the police give them a lawful order, they're just completely in space, not understanding a word of it. It's becoming a huge problem in this part of London. In fact, not just here, to be honest. I mean, it really is a massive problem in Chinatown, Covent Garden, along the Strand, Charing Cross, and it's now spread here as far as Whitehall. Sorry. And I think, to be honest, it's only going to get worse. Great to see, in fact, those two guys are workers working on the project across the road. Good to see they were excited enough to come over, pause briefly, and get themselves some pictures. Now, remember about me mentioning before about the girl that always sits up right in front? That might well end up being our thumbnail today, guys. The two spammers who are always there, right in the middle, making all the tourists walk right around them all the time. What do they have as a common denominator other than no brain? No poppy either, guys. There we are. Very, very, very unfortunate, isn't it? To be honest, very unfortunate. Anyway, that's our closing shot. Two sad spammers with no poppies. Folks, back soon. Real soon. Bye for now.